So this concept of veganism really fits into our minimizing life, right? So a lot of people talk about abundance, right? Abundance, abundance. I want a Ferrari, and I want a Lamborghini, and I want a house and a bigger house. Just last night I was talking to my cousin, and we were just speaking about how a lot of possessions and materialistic objects are what people want, and that is what people call abundance, right? Now today, just this morning, I was talking to one of my friends here at the gym. Great person, you know, he talks to a lot of CEOs. He heads up his own company and his own lab, and he's a really good guy. And he said that abundance has to do with meaning. A lot of people, they want meaning in their life. They want sort of fulfillment, satisfaction in their life. And this concept of veganism, the reason I go into it is because it has helped me minimize my life and make my life a little bit more sort of easy to handle, right? So in terms of cooking, in terms of how I prepare food, in terms of how I feel lighter, in terms of how I go about my day, and just my presence, my well-being, the fact that I don't have the thought that I'm somehow influencing the killing of life or the torture of somebody, or just the sustainability of the environment, is just very congruent to my intellect, right? Just from me reading books about extinctions and about animal cruelty and about sustainability of the environment and about what's happening to the earth, and it just in terms of evolution and where we've come from in the beginning of life, all of these different knowledge that I already have, if I was to eat meat now, or eggs, or dairy, or anything that is not vegan, I would have cognitive dissonance. I would not feel abundant, right? So for me, real abundance is taking things out of your life so you can have peace of mind, so you can have a very light heart. And that's where the veganism thing comes in. So even though diet and fitness is sort of like a phase 1 subject, I want to still write a book about veganism for you, okay? Because I know that veganism has allowed me to become minimal, has allowed me to think less about what I need to eat, has allowed me to sort of just feel a lot lighter. I just feel kind of floating, you know? I can't really describe the feeling, but in order for me to write this book, in order for me to make more videos about veganism, send me your questions. What are you wondering? Like, what permission do you need from me? Okay? What experiences of my life, you know, over the last 3.5 months, I've only been vegan for 3.5 months, and this is full vegan, like nothing at all that is not purely vegan. What are you wondering about? Like, and let me just give you like everything that comes, like just a raw information about veganism, so you can kind of come up with more questions if you have them. Because at the end of the day, you have to do the experiment. You have to just do it, right? So for example, one thing I was really afraid of when I was not vegan is I would eat less fruit, right? Because there's this concept of fructose and how it is one of the only sugars that I don't even remember all the science of it, but it just operates a different way from dextrose and ribose and all the other sugars, okay? So fructose is a certain type of sugar. I believe the difference was that it bypasses the liver when it comes to digestion. There's something like that. Don't quote me on that. And to be honest, like, I'm not too worried about that, because like adding that jargon, that it's not that important. Like fruits, we've been eating for like millions of years essentially. So I just don't get the concept of, hey, don't eat fruit, or fruit is gonna make you fat. I just don't get that concept. So I've added a lot of fruit to my diet now, right? So I eat blueberries, I eat bananas, Of course they have sugar. Of course they have fructose. But you know what? I eat them and I feel good. And they're almost like a dessert, right? So instead of you eating ice cream or you eating chocolate chip cookies or something like that, you eat fruit. And of course they have the vitamins and minerals that you need. I eat a lot of grapefruits, right? Grapefruits have enzymes that help you digest and absorb food. So I eat grapefruit as well. So grapefruits, blueberries, and bananas are the three main fruits that I love and I eat. Every now and then I'll have an apple, every now and then I'll have a pear, and obviously avocados are a fruit technically, so I have those as well. I try to have one a day, so that's really good for your fats. What else? Nuts. Back in the day when I was not vegan, I would also stay away from nuts. You know, I would stay away from cashews, and I would stay away from almonds and pecans and those nuts. Why? Because there was always like a paper here and a paper there that would be like, oh, almonds have this little acid, or cashews have this little ingredient inside that might lower testosterone. And I think those studies are really stupid and bogus, honest to God. And it's because it's a fucking nut. Like, we've been eating pecans, cashews, and almonds for like literally millions of years. So how could it be like, how could it make your testosterone low? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I think it's all bogus, stupid shit. I think the reason why these studies are sort of said or kind of like cited is because, first of all, they cause outrage, right? They cause like you to like think and be like, what? Cashews? I don't want to eat cashews. But I think they're very bogus, and I think the controls are not done right. They're published in shitty journals. I'm not going to listen to any of that bullshit anymore. I'm more going to listen to my body, and I have been, and I listen to evolution, and I listen to biology, and like the fact that we're still here. So yeah, and the other reason I didn't eat nuts back in the day too much is because it was a lot of calories. But now that I'm vegan, I take in a lot of calories. I eat a lot of food, honestly. Like, I eat a lot of food. So there, you know, almonds, Brazil nuts, pecans, cashews, macadamia nuts. I eat all those and quite a lot of them, and it's cool. Like, I like those calories. So that's a big part of my diet. In terms of other good fats, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. I eat kefir, which is coconut milk kefir, which is outstanding. I eat a lot of fermented foods, right? So tempeh is fermented tofu. It is a complete protein, just like meat. So I eat that. I eat about half a fillet, like, you know, a fillet is like this big, like that. I eat half of that a day of tempeh. Then I also have fermented beets. I have fermented sauerkraut, which is like kimchi, fermented cabbage, which is like sauerkraut or kimchi. I eat it spicy. Sometimes I have kale kimchi, which tastes really good. So that's definitely something I eat. A lot of quinoa, brown rice, sweet potatoes, and black beans. Oh, one thing you'll notice is if you eat a lot of beans, you will fart. And the way to avoid farting is to eat ginger, right? So I get these little thing called ginger bits or ginger bites, and I tend to eat a lot of those during the day so I fart less. But one thing that you have to understand is that you'll fart a lot for like the first month when you become vegan, because your body will is trying to get used to this new diet. So there's going to be a lot of farting. That's just how it is, and you have to like kind of go through it, and you have to just let it out and not give a fuck. That's just how it is. What else can I say about veganism? It's easy to cook. It's super easy, right? Because I have a rice cooker. I cook my beans in there, my quinoa, my brown rice, my sweet potatoes, I steam in there. So everything is just done with one rice cooker. I don't use a microwave. I toast everything. I also eat a lot, smoothies. So I make a lot of smoothies. Every single day I make a smoothie. And in the smoothie I put water, like reverse osmosis water. It doesn't matter, you can use tap water as long as your city is safe for water. I do reverse osmosis water. I put apple cider vinegar. I put a lot of spices, so like cayenne pepper, turmeric, ginger, garlic, pink Himalayan salt, cumin, and then I put in, what is it called? A cardamom, and cinnamon, and oregano. 9 spices I put in there. And of course, fruits, right? So either like a banana, or I put dates, something to keep it sweet and make it taste good, like either dates or goji berries or a banana or some blueberries not peaches. I eat peach every now and then, not peaches. What do you? Grapefruit and cocoa bits. I put it in there, and of course I eat apricots and figs and stuff like that. Quite good. And that's it. I mean, it's really simple. A vegan diet is very, very simple, and it's like very good. And just get your vitamin B every day. Just take vitamin B liquid drops every day. Just, you know, like I do 1 millimeter a day, 1 milliliter a day. And you can even get your vitamin B shot, vitamin B12, not vitamin B, vitamin B12 shot. You can get that every 6 months. So that's something that I might look into in a few months. And I'm gonna get my blood test done in a couple of months. So then I'll be like 6 months into veganism. I'll get my blood test done and compare my cholesterol and testosterone and all that stuff to before and see what happens. So you could do that as well. Listen to your body. I drink coffee. 2 coffees a day, 2 Americanos a day, sometimes 3, but usually 2, and sometimes 1, just depends. And vegetables, a lot of kale, a lot of spinach, a lot of broccoli, a lot of, what else? Kale, spinach, broccoli, oh, arugula, definitely, beets, a lot of beets. I just mentioned the fermented beets that I eat. And not so much asparagus or celery anymore, like I used to. But I might pick that up again. Let's see. I do eat almond butter as well, and sometimes sunflower seed butter or pumpkin seed butter. And I have falafel, right? So this is sort of my eating out. If I ever eat out, I always have falafel, which is chickpeas. It's made out of chickpeas. So I do that. And I think that's it. And you won't even have to drink that much water, because the food you eat, all this vegan food, has so much water in it that you're gonna get your water in just from the food you eat. And you know, it's that simple. I mean, it's not even that hard. I don't know what else to say. Oh, lentils, like legumes, right? So I eat red lentils or yellow lentils, or you can just switch it up. You can use like mung beans or black beans or pinto beans or lima beans. You can just switch it up how you want. You can mix it with the brown rice or with the quinoa and cook it together in the rice cooker, or you can cook them separately like I do sometimes, just because the moisture is different and a different amount of water and stuff like that. You just get used to it. Just keep doing it and you'll get used to it. Any other questions, let me know. I don't know, like I guess one question is about the mindset of how to jump into it. You just jump in. It's like a cold shower. You just jump in. I mean, you could start out by doing 1 vegan meal a week, then 2 vegan meals a week, then 3, and then you know, 1 vegan meal a day, and then eventually you get up there. It took me like 4 or 5 months to become purely vegan, but now I am. So that's one thing you could do, gradually get in there. I don't know what other problems you might face, or what other questions you might have. It's quite simple, man. It's quite easy. And in my smoothies, I also put in either kale or broccoli or spinach or arugula. And yeah, and then I eat pure honey, pure maple syrup, dates, you know, just to keep things sweet inside this smoothie. I have avocado oil that I put on my salads. That's pretty good. And I don't know, I'm trying to think of something else. I eat strawberry jam. I get bread, either gluten-free bread or some bread that's sprouted, you know, quite good, something that's homemade and not processed too much. I get that. I dip it in my either almond butter or my strawberry jam, and it tastes really, really good. I don't even need to eat too much dessert. If I do need a badass cheat day, or if I feel like having some crazy like vegan pizza, I go do that. Just be in a city which is conducive to your vegan diet, right? I mean, there's great restaurants here I can go to that are purely vegan. There's like This place is called Noah, which is you pay per weight, like how much your food is. And so every Saturday from 3 to 5 they have 50% off. So I go there every Saturday. Just last Saturday, so 2 days ago, I met this guy named James there who recognized me from YouTube. So you know, I looked at him and I'm like, hey man, you look like a magician. What I wanted to say was, hey man, you look like a musician. I just said it wrong and I was like, fuck. So he looks at me, he's like, wait, aren't you that Doc guy from YouTube? And I'm like, yeah. So I shook his hand, you know, his name is James. Hey, shout out to James if you're watching. And yeah, that's sort of my take on veganism. And that's it. It's a beautiful autumn here in Toronto. I just did an amazing workout with my trainer at Equinox. It's quite wonderful. And now I'm gonna go and edit this video, put it on YouTube, or put it in Dropbox, and the team will put it on YouTube at some point. If you liked it, thumbs up, and post your questions about veganism down below, and I'll write it in the ebook that we're gonna create. So a product that's about to come out is called a Vegan Life product. It's a Vegan Life ebook or audio or video, whatever we do, we'll see. But whatever content you want in there, let me know, and I'll put it in there for sure. And join our Facebook group, Biggest Balls in the Game, Balls with a Z. And a lot of good stuff coming. A 30-day challenge is about to come on that. A lot of exclusive content only for that Facebook group and not available on YouTube or anywhere else. So make sure you sign up for that as well. Share this video with your friends. If they can get benefit from it, share it with all your social media. I would appreciate that very much. Let's spread the word. And if you want to get notifications, subscribe to the channel. And that's it. This is Farhan signing out from Toronto. See you later.